All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is Thirsty Thursday. So we're just talking about how we jumped on here about our children and all the excuses they make to not go to sleep, right? And I'm glad that you guys brought this up because we do the same things to ourselves. Like the number one thing for this meditation, so many people says to me, I can't get up at 6 a.m. I'm like, yeah, because you're not going to bed early enough. Mothers, especially, I hear so many moms. I stay up till 2 a.m. because that's the only me time that I get. I subscribe to that exact same philosophy and I was miserable. When I switched and was a little bit tired in the morning, but guess what? My whole day went so smoother because I didn't wake up tired. And I tell them, flip the script because I kept telling myself, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning. I bartended till I was 35. I was working till 2 a.m. So I told myself, no, the story that you tell yourself is truly the reality that you will live. So just, remember that. And our kids feel that they're thirsty, that they're hungry. They have to go to the bathroom and all these other things before they go to bed. So let's get started today on when we feel something, right? Really analyzing like why we are feeling that. And specifically, let's talk about like anger. Oh, I'm getting hot. Like when we're angry, like why, before we let that emotion like rise in us and owning it, right? So that's kind of like where we're going to focus today. So go ahead and close your eyes, palms facing up, deep breath in, out through your mouth. Deep breath in, out through your mouth. Picture a white crystalline tube just lighting up in the center of your body, shooting out from the base of your spine and shooting out the top of your head. That beam is connecting you to Mother Earth, to Father Sky, sending out a bat signal to our ancestors, our ascended masters, and our guides, letting them know that we are here, we are ready, we are focused, our minds are clear, our bodies are relaxed, our ego is now being released. I want you to go to a moment where you were triggered this week. Could have been your kids, could have been a coworker, could have been your spouse, could have been a boyfriend, girlfriend, could have been a friend, a parent, a child. I think I said that, but think about when you were triggered. Think about the anger that started to rise inside of you. In those moments, I want you to take that pause because that anger, ooh, when we let it grow and we let it build and we let it come out of our mouth, it never results in a positive emotion. Think about it. Go back to that moment. I want you to observe the other person. I want you to look at how they are reacting to you. Pause in this moment and look at the situation again. What action did they do that triggered you? And now ask yourself, why was I triggered? What about what they did is triggering me? Don't look at the other person. I want you to remember why you were triggered. Now look in the mirror and ask yourself, Why am I choosing anger? When something triggers you, you have infinite ways to respond, to react, to process. You want to be hurt. You want to be mad. You want to feel justified. You want them to see what they did wrong. You want them to see that you're hurt. You want to scream, shout, maybe punch a wall. You're frustrated. This is redundant. This is something that you've been speaking over and over and over again. This is something that you two have had conversations about. You feel that they're not listening to you. Sit back. Look at how you are communicating. Are you speaking to this person or are you yelling? Are you trying to see them to see where you are hurt, or are you accusing? Are you trying to understand why you're reacting the way you are, or are you blaming them for your reaction? They're going to do what they are going to do. You choose how you react to the world. Complete strangers will come into your life and trigger you for no reason. But it is a reason. How are you going to react? Every time you are triggered, it is an opportunity for growth. It is an opportunity to be aware of you. It's an opportunity to see where we want peace. When you can see that and understand that you only control your reactions, the next time you are triggered, you have the choice. You can shout back. You can be angry. You can start saying all the things that people say. F you, shut the F up, get the F out, get out, I don't want to see you, blah, blah, blah. All those things. Stop doing that. Stop crying. Things that we were told, the way that we were wired and programmed, the way we see other adults react, the way we see other children act, the way we see our friends and family act. A lot of us are programmed to think that that's okay. That's how the world is. That's just how it is. That's how their world is. It's not how your world has to be. And we all have a choice. We all have a choice in how will we react. You don't have to react at all. When someone triggers you, you don't have to say anything. Understand you're being triggered. Understand that anything that you may say will not be productive to the situation. When you learn your triggers, when you understand that you're in that emotion and that you are in control of it, it will get easier to not respond. It will get easier to walk away. It will get easier to not have to prove that you're right. There's no right or wrong. If there has to be a right or wrong, the right is choosing your happiness. Do not let anyone steal that from you. It's yours. So from here on forward, starting today, when you are triggered, do not react. People always ask me, how do you start not being angry? Each moment, each trigger, it's not going to be perfect every time. But when you start to choose the higher self, when you start to choose you and your peace and your happiness, then that is what becomes natural. When angry people come your way, you're able to see that that is their anger, their trauma, their hurt, their garbage. It doesn't belong to you. And it's easier to ask the garbage to just leave your space and walk away. So each trigger today, pause, take a deep breath. Literally, like in the movies, play it out before you speak. Look at the other person. Give that back to them. Do not take the gift of anger, sadness, whatever it is they're trying to give you. You say no, thank you, and you keep it moving. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're all walking around with our own garbage cans. Just focus on emptying out your garbage. Don't pick up more trash along the way. And don't give your trash to anybody else or leave it laying on the ground either. It's always important to remember, don't give your garbage out either. You can open your eyes when you're ready. I was ready to unmute myself and I was like, oh, wait, I was leaving. I was like, let me go ahead and unmute myself. I was like, wait, I was the one talking.
Do you know what? I think I'm actually way better at this now because of our meditations and because of what we're learning in our meditations and, what people have been saying in their meditations, because it's like we've learned this now and it's like not to react, or if you react in a different way, react from a place of love, because when you react from a place of love, what are you going to get back? If you hit anger with anger, it's going to cause this massive argument, or there's just going to be backwards and forwards. So now I've learned that, okay, take a step back, what's happening here? And sometimes as well, it helps when you talk a situation through with someone else, because they can see it through the different eyes. So say if you're angry, not in front of that person, but someone's made you angry, and then you talk it through with someone else, and then they can give you a different opinion. They're a new set of eyes, they're not involved in the situation, and I've found that really helps as well.
Yeah. I had a situation yesterday. I had some young girls come in. They were ignorant. I don't even want to repeat the story, but they were being racist. I didn't say a word to them. I had a customer in the store. All of a sudden, my dog hair stood up and I came out from behind the counter and the old lady was like, what's wrong? I was like, excuse me, just one moment, please. Second, I said that, the girl said some ignorant Asian shit. And I was like, just leave. And there was 4 girls. And she was like, what? I was like, just leave. And her friends, and she was like, what? I'm not being racist. I was like, no, you are. And I really want to have a good day. So I just want you to leave my space. So the other 3 girls were like, just leave, just leave. And this is what I was saying. Like in the past, girl, I would have cursed her out. There would have been a fight. She's lucky that she's 17, because 45-year-old Kim would have snatched her hair, thrown her to the floor. Or I'm sorry, 35-year-old Kim would have grabbed her hair. Her weave would have been on the floor. Wig would have been out the fucking front door. Like, that's how I would have reacted, right? So the fact that I was like, no, I need you to just leave. Like, you just need to leave. I just want you out of my space. And the old lady was like, I go, yeah, you see why I stepped out. She was like, how did you know? I was like, I just know things. And she was like, you didn't say a word. I go, nope, I sure didn't. I had to process that. And I was sitting there and with a customer in the store. So I was like, and 2 tears came down my face, because it was like, this is only 3.5 years of me being calm. When I reacted 42 years of punching somebody and yelling and screaming and throwing, that doesn't get fixed overnight, right? But what was great was that I didn't yell, I didn't scream back, and then I let it go. I would have come when I was drinking, I would have every customer that came in after those girls would have heard what happened. Every friend would have heard what happened. I wouldn't have been able to tell the story. Like, I would have been like, and then let me tell you about this bitch. And then, like, that's how I would repeat the stories because I was just kept holding on to it. And then I would have come home, I would have told my husband, and I would have had at least 4 shots. And then I would have woke up replaying it over. And it was so awesome to wake up and be like, not even, it just wasn't even like, I didn't feel it. I would wake up and that shit would still be here. And I'd still be like, I should have said this and I should have said that. And I wish I would have done this and I wish I would have done that. And like literally going over it. I had an incident last week, same thing happened with a customer and I had to let it go. And in my head, I was like, my daughter was there. Luna saw it. So I was sitting there like saying like what I wish I would have said to her, like old Kim, like, oh my God, I was like, and my employee came in and totally caught me going, and she was like, hey, I was like, oh my God, you totally caught me fake cursing out the last customer that was just in here. Like, I had to like let it out, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's funny you process it, but that's the thing too. It's not gonna change overnight. It's little by little. And then even still those triggers happen and they walk out. But it was so great because like last week compared to this week, and it got better. You know what I mean? Like it's the anger does dissipate, it does go away. The rewiring does happen slowly but surely. But yeah. Anybody want to share?
I was going to have the same testimony because I couldn't even connect today because I haven't had any triggers. There hasn't been anything I could think of that like got me there. And it was hilarious because Saturday night, a few of the girls came over and we're like talking through current life events. And they were all like, girl, if that were me, and blah, 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 blah. And they were like ready to like flip out on whatever. And I'm like, and that's why you need to be on these 6 a.m. meditations. And that's why Katie is with us this week.
Yes.
But I like literally couldn't think of a trigger. And everything you said at the end is like when you choose happiness, when you choose to just not, and you know what I mean? Like it's happening. And look, there's Katie. I'm about to tell
Yeah.
you why she came up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I'm gonna have to go watch a YouTube meditation because I just could not resonate with this one today. Sorry, Kim.
That is awesome.
It is awesome.
That
It's
is
really awesome.
fucking amazing.
Okay,
Wow,
thank
Heather.
you.
Heather, yeah, guys, Heather's another one that she started and like she called me one day. She was like, "Oh my God, I think I met one of my guides." Like she can and she was like, "Hey, doll," you know what I mean? So it's like things will happen. We need to do another spirit guide meditation soon so everybody can like see who comes down, you know what I mean? Because I really like those ones and
Well, like
see what
before
you
you
got.
started, I was like the crystalline tube. I was like shooting into space. I'm like, I need the door. We haven't done the door in so long. I'm gonna have to go back and
Yes.
find one on YouTube.
What day? Tomorrow's Friday?
Yeah,
Tomorrow's Friday.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do the Akashic records tomorrow. We'll go into the
Thank you.
door. Yeah, we'll definitely go into the records tomorrow because I we should do that. We haven't done that in a while. Let's go knock knock on our past and our future and see what's going on.
So,
That ought to be fun.
um,
I think tomorrow though, because we always go past, I'm gonna take you guys future. We're gonna go into your records and we're gonna see what's going on in the future. Let's see that. Because I'm curious to take a
that
peek too, and I
idea.
haven't done that in a while. So yeah, tomorrow we'll do the Akashic records. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to
yeah.
say I could connect. Thanks so much. It was really helpful. And
Oh, you're welcome, Katie.
yeah, it
Yeah.
really, I've noticed the difference already. Every morning it's been like, oh my goodness, let's do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday I went back to bed and when I woke up like I woke back up at 7:30 instead of staying up and oh, there was the difference. Just eat your peanut butter toast. Just grab your socks. You know what I mean? There was a huge difference because usually when mom stays up, I'm like, all right, guys, okay, grab your socks, because I'm not tired. I'm not running around. Fruit's already cut up, lunch is already made. You know what I mean? So yeah, it does help because I'm definitely wide awake now. So I'll be like, let's do this.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, I love you all. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll take a trip back to the future. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.